Hi, my name is Toby Pierce, and I'd like to share a devotional thought with you today. Do you remember what it was like way back in first grade? Was there anybody in your first grade class that had trouble deciding which bathroom to use? And nowadays, it seems like we have young adults in college that struggle with that issue. It seems to me that that's just another proof of the fallacy of the theory of evolution. If evolution were true, shouldn't we be getting better as a people? And look at another thought here, another idea from way back in Genesis 37. We've been talking about Joseph and his brothers. Joseph's brothers were selfish and jealous and hateful. They even planned their own brother's murder, and in the end they sell their own brother Joseph as a slave. Well, we know now, and if you read the whole story, they knew way back then that those things are wrong. Those things are bad, they're harmful. Genesis 50 tells us that God used it for good, but that they meant it for evil. Well, that was getting close to 4,000 years ago. Now, if we're supposed to be evolving and getting better, don't you think that people in general would be better at getting along by now? Well, if you watch the evening news, it doesn't really paint a brighter picture very often than what we have way back 4,000 years ago. Why are people still selfish and hateful? Well, because evolution is wrong. It's not true. Each of us is living out the struggle each day between good and evil. And so it just makes sense that we still see both good and evil around us. And even with the relationships that we have with those that we're close to. And what is it that often makes relationships with family, even the church family, sometimes more difficult than relationships with the people that you know at work? Well, it's been suggested that the things that you can do at work are determined by your employment position. But in the family, people feel a little freer to be selfish. In a family, people can be selfish without immediately, often, realizing the consequences of their actions. Consequences will manifest themselves. Broken families, divorces, household disputes, domestic violence, and such. Sometimes people just want their way. And sometimes it may even just look like that when really they're simply trying to help out and get things done. Sometimes we just don't understand what someone else is going through. A few years ago in the Olympics, there was a young lady named Simone. And Simone experienced a terrible event that shook her up and ended up leaving her team feeling almost abandoned and sunk. Well, she ended up doing some great things, and this year in the Olympics, she's done so well, both for herself and for her team, that she could well be the poster person for this year's Olympics. Well, things happen that make us falter. We feel hurt, and sometimes we hurt others. And sometimes it takes time to rebuild those relationships. But the effort is worth it. Family is worth it. Often when people are going through difficult times, they will tell you that they cannot imagine what it would have been like to go through that, to go through those things without their church family. We need each other. You're wired to need people. And they are wired to need you. You know, in Luke 9 and verse 23, Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Daily. We're to daily follow the things that Jesus has commanded us. To get even better as a family and as a church family, we need to check our emotions, our attitudes, our actions, our desires daily against the teachings and examples that Jesus has laid out for us. You know, when my mom first moved here, way back when from Arkansas, she liked the pretty little tiny flowers on the ground cover that she saw. And she carefully dug up some of those and planted them all around, put them all around the yard. And well, it turned out that they're, what we call now goat heads, thorns, stickers, weeds. And it took a long time to get rid of them after she had done that. You know, lots of flowers have thorns. Flowers with thorns. You know, roses and nightshade both have thorns. Nightshade has so many thorns you can't even hold it. Someone gives you roses and it signifies love. Someone gives you nightshade and you may not speak to them for a while. Roses are beautiful. And even though they have a few thorns, we cherish them. All of us as God's people have a beauty within us, a marvelous beauty about us. But all of us have thorns. We need to work on getting rid of as many thorns as we can. As the song says, let the beauty of Jesus be seen in you. We have a great church family at Northeast. That's not by accident. That has happened because of the determination of each member helping to make that happen. Come see for yourself. Come check us out. We hope to see you soon. Hope you have a blessed day.
If you would like more information, or if you'd like to participate in our Bible studies and worship services, we would love to have you come join us at the Northeast Church of Christ in Albuquerque, New Mexico.